Currently we are in section 10 and we are about to check out the second video of this section. In this video we will check out what exactly is higher order function and how to implement it within our application. Well, higher order function can be defined as a function that can accept another function as a parameter, or if a function can return a function, then it is again known as the higher order function. And in case if a function is capable of doing both things, then that function is also known as the higher order function. To understand it better, let us see the code in action. So here within our application, let us understand what is a higher order function. Here I have first function, such as void some other function that accepts string message as a parameter and also a function as a parameter. That is, in Dart, we have excellent support for the functional programming, where you can pass function as a parameter and also can return a function. Now since this function accepts a function as a parameter, so that is why you can call this function as the higher order function as per our definition. And now within this method you can define your body, such as print the message if you want to, and then use this function to perform some operation such as my function and pass in some value which we will define later. And now what about the second example? So here in the example 2, this function returns integer as a value. Now in case if you make this function to return another function, then in that case this method will again become the higher order function. So instead of integer, let us use function, and then within this let us define our function, such as a function that accepts a number as a parameter and returns the value by multiplying the number by 4. And in the end we can return this function. So whosoever call this method will get a function as a return value. Perfect. So here again it is a higher order function. Perfect. Now how to call these methods? So within our main function, let us first try to call this function, that is some other function. So here again let us use some other function, pass in the string message such as hello, and as a second parameter we have to pass a valid function, or you can say a lambda expression. So here we can define our lambda expression, and this method add numbers accepts two parameters, a and b. You can also define the data type of these parameters such as int a or int b. Now in Dart it is actually optional. If you want you can remove it as well. Perfect. And then print out a plus b. Now as a second parameter, here you can pass the function add numbers. Now this add number will then fall here, and now we can perform our operation. Now since the add numbers accepts two parameter a and b, so here within the my function, here you can pass suppose 2, 4. Perfect. And now let us call our second function, that is task to perform. So here within our main function, let us call our task to perform. Now this function task to perform returns another function as a return value. So on the left we can use var my function equal to task to perform. And now if I call my function and as a parameter suppose I pass 10, then I will get 10 into 4, that is 40. So here just because the my function will now become multiply by 4 function, which has the body of number into 4. So 10 into 4 will now become 40. So here I can just print it out. Perfect. Let us now launch our application. And there we go, we are getting the expected result. Hello, then 2 plus 4 is 6, and then 10 into 4 is 40. Perfect. So in the runtime, what exactly is happening, it is bit confusing. So let me now clear it out. Now when you call this function, some other function, and pass in add numbers as a parameter, now remember add number accepts two parameter such as a and b. Now when add numbers false here, then my function will now again accepts two parameter a and b. So here we are passing my function 2, 4. So in the runtime you can interpret this statement as such as add numbers that accepts 2, 4. Perfect. Now as a method body we have print a plus b. So here in the runtime it will be print a plus b, which means print 2 plus 4, which comes out to be as the output of 6. Perfect. So using this comment you can now understand what happens in the runtime. Now the same applies for the second example as well, that is task to perform. So when this function is called, it simply returns multiply by 4. So my function will now become multiply by 4. Now my function accepts one integer value as a parameter. So here this will be interpreted as multiply 4, and as a parameter we are passing 10. That is, my function 10 will now become multiply 4 10. Now this function has a body of number into 4. So here the number in the runtime will become 10 into 4, which gives us the output of 40. Perfect. So here as well you can notice how internally the execution is taking place. To summarize this video, always remember a higher order function is a function that can accept a function as a parameter, or it can also return a function. Or if a function do both the things, then it is again a higher order function. So that's all for this video.